Imagine for a moment that you're on your way home after a night out. You've had a few drinks, but you feel okay, maybe even confident that you're fine to drive. But then, in the blink of an eye, your world changes. A split-second decision leads to an accident and to someone's life being changed forever. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, every day about 37 people in the United States die in car crashes that involve an impaired driver. That's one person every 39 minutes. These are not just numbers, they are real people, with families, friends, and futures. And yet, despite the heartbreaking reality, alcohol and drug-related accidents remain one of the leading causes of death on our roads. If you or a loved one have been involved in a DUI incident and are in need of some legal advice, head over to FreeAdvice.com to connect with an attorney local to you. Today, we're going to explore the consequences and potential penalties of a first-time DUI and go over some of the most frequently asked questions regarding them. First, what is a DUI? DUI stands for Driving Under the Influence. It is a criminal offense where a person operates a vehicle while impaired by alcohol or drugs, resulting in legal penalties and increased insurance costs. The CDC states that globally, most high-income countries have blood alcohol content laws set at 0.05 grams per deciliter or lower, and these laws are effective for reducing crashes involving alcohol-impaired drivers and deaths from these crashes. These laws serve as a general deterrent and reduce alcohol-impaired driving. Utah implemented a 0.05 blood alcohol content law in 2018. The other 49 states and the District of Columbia have a blood alcohol content limit of 0.08. An estimated 1,700 lives could be saved each year if all states adopted a 0.05 blood alcohol content limit. Most first-time DUI offenders do get placed on some type of probation. However, the court can still order you to serve time in county jail as a condition of your probation, even for misdemeanor offenses. However, if a child were present in the motor vehicle while you were driving under the influence, some states would elevate your misdemeanor charge to a felony offense, even if you have never had a prior drunk driving conviction. Conditions of probation for DUI convictions usually include a substantial fine, court costs, probation fees, and urinalysis fees. Probation can last from several months to a year, and the individual must comply with certain conditions, such as attending alcohol education programs or submitting to random alcohol tests. Before you decide to fight your first-time DUI conviction, make sure you are going about it the right way with legal advice. Find a lawyer experienced with handling a first-time DUI by entering your zip code in our free search tool at FreeAdvice.com. In addition to potential mandatory jail sentence, virtually every state will suspend your license for a period of time, even for your first DUI offense. Some states will allow you to request a hearing with the DMV after your arrest to avoid automatic license suspension. This usually must be done with a week or two of the arrest. And once a hearing date is set, you can avoid having your license suspended if and until you lose the hearing. Depending on your history, you may also be able to apply for an occupational driver's license or a hardship license so that you can still drive to work and school. If you want to quickly regain your license after it was suspended for a DUI, you will have to deal with an administrative law judge and a criminal law judge. Do not drive while your license is suspended. If you are caught driving during the suspension, you will only pick up new criminal charges and fines. After a DUI conviction, your car insurance rates are likely to increase significantly. Insurance companies may consider you a high-risk driver, which results in higher premiums or even difficulty obtaining insurance. Check out this chart from FreeAdvice.com. It spells out monthly rate averages with a clean record versus after just one DUI. Look at Geico with a very economical $80 a month premium pre-DUI. However, it jumps up to a whopping $216 a month after a DUI on your driving history. If you want to explore more personalized rates from the providers listed here, use our free quote tool to connect with agents local to you. Being charged with a DUI will typically result in a criminal record. While this may not include a prison sentence for a first offense, Having a criminal record can affect employment opportunities and other aspects of your life. In some states, a DUI is classified as a misdemeanor, but it can still appear on background checks. Some jobs, especially those that require driving or a clean background, may be impacted by a DUI conviction. If you rely on driving for your job, a suspension may affect your ability to work. Some states will also require you to install and pay for an ignition interlock device while your case is pending. This is a device that requires you to pass a breathalyzer test before your car will start. The cost for this device can run up to $200 per month. Failure to comply with this condition can result in your DUI bail and bonds being revoked and you being sent back to jail. An experienced DUI attorney can help you avoid and/or minimize many of those penalties, making it easier for you to move forward with your life after the mistakes that led to your conviction. Enter your zip code into our free legal tool below to find a DUI attorney near you. After a drunk driving accident, you may have a lot of questions about your legal rights. Working with an experienced DUI lawyer can help you understand your legal rights and in many cases provide a better defense that could protect your license and your finances following an incident. Get in touch with an affordable attorney today that specializes in DUI cases by using our free legal search tool. Enter your zip code and answer a few quick questions to connect with specialty law offices near you. Here's a rundown of the top 10 frequently asked questions people have when it comes to a first-time DUI. What is the most common sentence for a first-time DUI? A first offense DUI conviction can result in a misdemeanor charge, which will come with court-ordered probation, fines, and fees. Will I get probation for my first DUI? Yes. What happens on your first DUI? It depends on what state you live in and the severity of your DUI, but generally you can expect court fees and fines, license suspension, probation, mandatory classes, and higher auto insurance rates. Do first-time DUI offenders go to jail? In most cases, a first-time DUI offender will not go to jail. But if they do, jail time is usually capped at a month or two, depending on the state. Does your first DUI go on your record? Yes. However, a first DUI with no criminal record can usually be expunged in most cases so that it doesn't affect future employment. And is your first DUI a misdemeanor? Yes, a DUI first offense is usually just a misdemeanor. Is a first-time DUI a felony? In most circumstances, a first DUI will be a misdemeanor, not a felony. However, a first-time DUI with an accident that is serious or a DUI with a child in the car may be upgraded to a felony. Should you fight your first DUI? You may be able to fight your first DUI charge successfully, but the only way to find out where you stand is to speak to an expert. DUI charges for a first offense can be combated by legal experts, and it consists of challenging things like the legality of DUI checkpoints, the efficacy of different types of sobriety tests, and others. How can you get help from a DUI attorney? Even your first DUI arrest can have a significant effect on your criminal history, finances, and your employment opportunities. Do not take a first DUI conviction lightly just because it's your first DUI arrest. Act quickly to visit with a DUI attorney experienced with drunk driving law who can help you get in front of many of the first DUI consequences associated with your drinking and driving charge. Enter your zip code to be connected now. Are there companies that hire DUI offenders? It can be harder to find a job with a DUI on your record, but some companies hire DUI offenders. It is helpful to research the best companies for DUI offenders before applying for jobs. If you found this video informative and helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And while you're at it, subscribe to our channel. We post weekly tips and tricks from insurance policies and coverage options to legal tips and when you should hire a lawyer. If you ever wondered what average insurance rates look like for a teen driver and how to keep costs down, check out this video on our channel to get the best tips. As always, share your thoughts and questions below. Your input could be helpful to others. Stay safe and make smart choices while driving. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.